What is up, YouTube? M. Merritt here, and I am about to embark on a journey into Masters of the Universe. Now, a little background on me. I played with the He-Man toys, watched a little bit of the He-Man cartoons as a kid, but I was really much more of a fan of the mini comics that came with the figures. I was a big, I still technically am a big comic book nerd from way back when. I read those mini comics. Had a whole bunch of GI Joe comics and Transformers, and that just kind of led into my love affair and fascination with comic books. Later on in life, I kind of stopped collecting. The prices went up, and I started gaining things like family, children. I didn't have a whole lot of expendable income. So take that plus the rising costs of books, and I really did kind of stop collecting. I would still go to cons, dig through the quarter and 50-cent bins for issues I was missing from a few key runs, but other than that, not a whole lot. But I still like keeping up with stories, and if there's a particular strong story that I hear a lot of praise about, I'll go pick up the trade. I also am a big Kevin Smith fan. Those things tend to go hand in hand. The first one I saw was Mallrats. I rented that from my local video store back when we had those, and saw it, loved it, was imparting this to my more auteur friends who told me, oh, well, you have to see Clerks. If you like Mallrats, you have to see Clerks. Saw Clerks, loved that, and became a big fan of the View Askew universe from that point on. I had a lot of love and respect for Red State. It was a departure from what he was used to doing. But, I mean, excellent cast. I lived around the Kansas City area, so I am well aware of the, let's say, the homage, the inspiration that Kevin Smith got from the Phelps family at that time. I saw them, walking around with their signs and whatnot. But, so I really enjoyed Red State. Thought that was a solid movie. Tusk was even more of a departure. That was, hey, he shot his shot. He went for it. Did it work out? That movie had, I will say, it had its bright spots, but for the most part, it didn't work. There were some things that were good about that movie, but mostly it didn't quite come together as a film, in my opinion. Yoga Hosers, that movie was not made for a white man in his mid to late 30s. So I understood that movie was not made for me. That's a movie to show my tween to teenage daughters. But it was a cute movie. It's a cute movie. It's fun, and anytime you can get Frank Garman more work, I mean, that's a plus. So I am going to begin this journey on Masters of the Universe Revelation. Yes, I have heard about the tweets. Yes, I am well aware of Clownfish TV and some of the other things that have been said, the previous tweets, the clips from Comic Book Men of statements that Kevin Smith has made in the past about Masters of the Universe. And yeah, I get it. I know there's a lot of bitterness, some betrayal, and I don't know if I can say lies yet. That's what I'm gonna find out. That's part of what's kind of spurred me to do this. I want to see if he lied or not, and was it a straight up lie, or was he pulling in Obi-Wan Kenobi from a certain point of view? So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm making this video to explain what it is that I'm doing. The next video will be right before and right after I've watched the first episode. And then that will kind of be what I do for the rest of the series. Probably after episode 5, that recap will probably be a little bit longer because I will include kind of like a wrap up of my opinion of the entire show thus far. But I'm going to remain objective. I get that there's a lot of anger towards Kev about how this was handled and some of the decisions that were made. But, you know, it's whenever you are reinterpreting someone's beloved fandom, there's going to be a large portion that's not going to like it because it's not going to be exactly what they thought of in their head. So we'll see. I mean, I recall there being some criticisms of the He-Man remake they did in the early 2000s. I saw quite a bit of the first season of that. I did not hate it. I kind of dug it. But we will see how this goes. So until then, I will see you later.